Alright boys, here today we finally have the PvE showcase. I took a lot of time to break this down, and I hung out with a lot of people on Discord call. We were like working it out, seeing how good Bakugo is. So I have my review here today. I'm combining all my PvP stuff, PvE stuff, and everything. We're going to see how good he is. I'm also going to show you how to make your Bakugo better, and what you should be doing with his talents, his cards, everything like that. And I'll teach you how to maximize everything with Bakugo when you play as him in agency or anything like that. So here today, hope you guys are ready for it. Let's talk about everything. Also, if you would like to subscribe and leave a like, it helps out massively. But yes, I did go and pull Bakugo on one of my alt accounts, which is the account that I really built up way better than my main account. So if you're wondering why I have different characters, that is why. But let's go over it. So right now I'm at 53,000 BP for him. I haven't fully collected his chips, which sucks, okay? And the chips that I have aren't that good. Tenacity, crit, decreased crit res rate. And this is okay. You have crit power, which is the only good 2 stats. Then you have technical and speed. So a very turd chip right there, which is depressing. But I will try and grind out more, see what I can get. I was going to upgrade these, but I felt like, hell no, I'm not upgrading them. They're so bad. Now, here we go. With talent, this is no argument. You cannot argue for the top path. I will say left and bottom is the must do. You have to do it to make your Bakugo insane. You may go top right if you want to. I personally found left and bottom the best in everything. So go do this one. This left is a must-have. So if you ever want to like argue about anything, left is a must-have. If you want to be different, you want to go top, go for it. But I will say the bottom path is the better path, in my opinion. Both these paths are the ones to do. So again, go left, go bottom. Reading through this, just so you know, Bakugo's body temperature continues to rise during battle, making him deadlier by the second when temporary sweat is at 30% out of 70% of max storage, increases the attack by 30% slash 60% for 7 seconds. Must have. I will say it now. I also like this a ton. When Bakugo lets out the biggest explosion, you know he's going for the finishing blow. Increases the damage of blasting blitz by 45% while gaining 15 sweat. Further increases the damage by 10% with each enemy on the field. Very good attack. Very good. Use this one. I'm telling you, it's the best one. But again, if anybody asks, left, bottom, that is the ones I went for via that. Now, for support cards, do not copy this. This is terrible. I don't have the proper support cards for this because I still don't have Cold Shot on this account. I don't know how, but I just don't. So, Cold Shot and Mustard combo. Let's just, again, like put this out there. Let's say Mustard here. Let's say Cold Shot here. You'll then have the EX cards down here. You can also run these two. Yes, it's not the best combo. I will say these two are not the best, but if you have them and you want a backup option and you don't have Cold Shot or Mustard, you can go for it. I will say the God set and the God combo will be Mustard. Cold Shot with the addition of the 2 EX cards, one for free, and if you can try and pull the other one, that is definitely the road to go. There are other cards you can use. Again, Momo, Ecto. I did see someone doing, what is it? One of the purple cards. I think it's MHA. I think someone was going with that, and they showed me that it works perfectly. I will see, but right now the ones that I know confirmed, Mustard, Cold Shot. You can try the Ecto and Momo thing. It's not really the greatest in my opinion, but if that's what you have, it's fine. You can go for it. Those was what I will say as the top cards to go for. Again, the 2 EX cards, add that in. But definitely priority cards, the ones you should have. Mustard, Cold Shot, 2 EX cards. That's the God set. Now, with all of that out of the way, that was the initial stuff, how you should build them, how you should do all of that. Now for the PvE showcase and everything about that, I'm going to throw Bakugo over here on this team right there. I'm going to get rid of Kaminari. I'm going to throw him here. I'm going to get rid of Aizawa, and I'm going to swap that with Deku. I will leave Stain because I'm going to need the Stain help to show this off effectively. I'm in a little bit of a higher league, so I'm getting whales right now. But this is what I'm going to go for. I will say it right now, and I'll give you my review right here, just so you know. Bakugo, from what I've seen, he isn't the greatest in Warzone. I will say he's very hard mid. Okay, I will say that now. I will match here and show if I can get anybody to pull up. That is at least a whale. Nope, not a whale. So that's tough. We'll wait it out and just keep on going. But I will talk over it. He's good. Okay, don't get me wrong, but I don't think that he's that. And also, for anyone asking, you're gonna be like, oh my god, you got Deku SS. I pulled 2 of them on a free summon. I'm not lying. And then I pulled a 3rd one on like 2 multis later. So craziest occurrence ever. Getting back to the main point, I quickly won that match. To show it to you now and to tell it to you, Bakugo's AI is crazy. It's the weirdest thing ever. Got a nice whale here, I get destroyed. But his AI is just, I don't know, it's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. He doesn't do that well in this. We'll go over it again. He's 54,000 BP. The Deku is SS'd, so again, he will have higher damage. Plus, I will say, WHM Deku is a Warzone warrior. Stan obviously will have most damage, but we'll see how Bakugo does. He's currently last place by a little bit. We'll just watch his AI. You can tell yourself how he ends up. Very AoE, very everything. But his AI is so weird. He doesn't profit damage at all. The attacks they choose for the AI is, again, okay. His tornado is great. But it's just, I don't know. His AI is just wonky in my opinion. And like the entire idea of him is to get into the air. But it always happens at the end of the game, right? By the end of the entire Warzone thing, after either Bakugo has been murdered, or like the entire match is finished, that is by the time he gets into the air to actually do stuff without taking damage or getting knocked down. So really, it's useless in my opinion. But again, out of the three, you've seen Todoroki. He uses right away as it starts. He goes into his E, which burns half the field. Then he can freeze constantly. That is why he's very good. With Deku, he doesn't really take damage. He constantly is moving. Always dodging, always getting out of attacks. So that's where he shines in. With Bakugo, maybe I have to find a better kit. Maybe I have to try him a little bit differently. Right now, though, his AI isn't the greatest. Again, PvP, he's outstanding. I will say he's very well done in PvP. His damage is really nice. Everything about him, his combos are clean, everything like that. But for PvE, I don't know. But yes, I will keep cycling up some gameplay for you guys to take a look into of how he did during my my runs in Warzone. Your decision, right? You can decide if you like him, if you don't like him, of how he ended up for you. Just again, from my initial test and from what I've seen and from community response so far, he is not a PvE loved character. Again, he is by no means he is the worst at all. He's just not what we compared to the big leagues. Okay, All Might, Stain. I will say it now. WHM Deku, WHM Todoroki, Hawks. They all have a very unique thing about them that does a lot. With Bakugo, his AI makes him suffer more, and his damage, everything is perfect, right? But his AI, that is the problem. So he's not going to work in Warzone or Super Arena Co-op, in my opinion. But if you play as in an agency, he definitely does better than the average premium character. Definitely, you could say above average. He will do very good damage if you play as him. Okay, don't try using him on auto on any high floors because he will fumble the ball. He really will. So just again, take all of this into your mind while you test him. The gameplay speaks for itself. He again is a good character. Don't get me wrong, but I didn't see him shine like the other characters did. That is fully just my opinion. So here we go. I got some agency assessment gameplay here. I was playing as Bakugo. I was learning him also trying to find out how his combos work. Really, right now, he's a very straightforward character. Build up his thing, go into the air, that's really it. That's all you gotta do. His E is just AoE, brings them together. His W, you chain those attacks, you use the special, you build up the meter on the bottom. Once the meter is built up, you'll then tap W, it'll take you into the air, and then you'll just spam Q. That's all you have to do in order to use Bakugo to the fullest. I will say it right now. I was with a Red Riot. I believe that was around 55,000 BP. My Bakugo was 54,000 also. He did do a little bit more than the than the Red Riot in the end. Yes, that's the case. But I will say the damage is okay. Getting into the entire flying mode, it's again, I just feel it's clunky. That's the entire problem with the air mode. You just have that W, that's your positioning thing, but it has a recharge of 8 seconds. So you can only use that 2 times in the air. If you reposition and you miss completely, or if the enemy is below you, you have to use the regular attack button, and then it brings you down to them. I don't know. I have to still learn the entire air thing, but overall, he's good. He will average more damage than some characters. Definitely, again, he will not beat the higher tier characters. So don't look at Bakugo as that character to do so, but look at him to be a very good premium character, one that may not return for a long time. Look at him like that, and if you do, you will definitely see that he does shine. I will say, if you had a scale or a rating, definitely put him on the PvP side of stuff. Okay, he will be a very SS tier character in there, just because his combos are crazy. The ability to pull somebody in with All Might, that again, his All Might spin is crazy too. His W is very fun. His damage is overpowered. If he gets into the air, he can actually do some good stuff there. I will say PvP, he leans on the side of that. But when it does come to PvE, he isn't the worst. He isn't the best. I will say he's definitely a middle character. If you play as him, You will find it out for yourself. You will try him out. But again, don't go into this summoning for him expecting the greatest character ever. Just expect a pretty good character that you can have fun with. That is just an extra power character in the game. Just want to talk about that and show you talents and all that stuff about Bakugo. Really up to you if you want to summon. I will say go for it, okay? He's leaving. This is your final chance with the WHM characters, which again with a guaranteed chance at pulling them at pity, right? Because the next time you'll see what happens. With that being said, that's all I got for you today. Thank you again for watching. Hope you guys all have a fabulous one. Peace out. Enjoy the rest of your day. And that has been the final showcase on Bakugo. Enjoy.